Hi, everyone. It's Chris in the North Conway studios, joined remotely by Dylan Henry of Cranmore Mtn Resort. And we're going to talk summer attractions and maybe a little preview of winter ski season coming up. Dylan, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with summer operations. You guys are in full swing over at Cranmore Mtn Resort.
Yes.
It's a different year, different operation, modifications for everyone in the industry. Tell us what you guys are doing. What do you have to offer? And how do people take advantage of it?
So this year we have three main areas of operations is how I kind of describe it. So the first thing we're doing is the Mountain Adventure Park. That is the mountain coaster that we have. It's hugely popular. We have the giant swing as well as the Soaring Eagle Ziprider. And then for those three areas of operation, or those three attractions, that makes up our Mountain Adventure Park. And we are doing 2-hour time blocks, and we have capacity limitations for those time blocks. Because one of our big focuses this year is really just maintaining the number of guests that we have at the resort to be COVID-19 compliant, and to make sure that we're doing everything we can in our power to make the guests as well as our staff feel as secure and safe as possible. Also, with that Mountain Adventure Park pass, we've recently added the scenic chairlift rides to that pass. So if you enjoyed a 2-hour time block within the Mountain Adventure Park, when you're done with that, you can just head over to the ski lift and go right on up to the Summit Meister Hut, where we have ice cream, the Tuckerman tasting room, where we have beer and wine available. We have some hot dogs and Bavarian pretzels up there as well. And we've got some hiking trails that we maintain up there, some pretty easy hiking trails accessible. And then also on a clear day, you can get an excellent view of the valley, the surrounding mountains, and Mount Washington.
I have been up there, and nothing makes ice cream and a Tuckerman beer taste better than the beautiful view of the Mount Washington Valley from the Meister Hut. And it's a great summit experience up there. You've got the amenities, but like you said, you can also take a walk in some hiking trails and get to experience the summit of a mountain, which for a lot of people is not easy unless you have a chairlift.
Exactly. Yeah, we make it as family friendly and easy to access as possible. You just hop right on the chairlift. You enjoy around an 8-minute ride up to the summit, and you just walk right off, and there you are. And that is actually not the only chairlift that we have operating this summer. We also are operating the South Quad as part of the brand new mountain bike park that we have going this year, which is also, it's a lift service mountain bike park. So for that, it's the full experience. You can rent your mountain bike at the resort. They're Rossignol full suspension bikes. We have 3 trails available via the lift, an easy, an intermediate, and more advanced trail. And then we also have our skills park available in the base area if you want to just kind of hone up those skills a little bit before tackling that lift. And we're also doing mountain bike lessons too. So whether you're an experienced mountain biker who's conquering all the trails in the valley, you want to come give Cranmore a try, maybe you want to take it a little easier with the lift service, or if you're pretty new to the hobby, you can start fresh and get yourself a lesson, get yourself a really high quality mountain bike, and give the hobby a try.
So can you bring your own bike if you have one? And if not, it sounds like you guys have everything you need to get started.
Yeah, so you can bring your own bike for the enthusiasts that want to come try out our trails. It's a little bit cheaper that way if you have your own bike and your own equipment. But if you don't, like I said, we have the bikes, we've got the helmets, the pads, all of that available for you to rent. And with we have the lesson packages as well. So if you wanted to come and, like I said, give the hobby a whole new try, you can rent everything all in one little package, and you can get your rentals, you can get your lesson, all the equipment, and the lift tickets for a 3-hour time block.
And in years past, downhill mountain biking had a reputation for being very rigorous. The ride up on the chairlift was fine, and then you had to be a kind of a great mountain biker to handle some of the the downhill terrain that we had here in the White Mountains, which is still the case on many trails here in the region. But I know your trails have really been designed for the beginner mountain bikers, and they're kind of a really smooth experience.
Right. Yeah. So as you know, Chris, downhill mountain biking is inherently, it's a little bit more of a risky activity. There is, with any situation, it is riding a bike down a mountain. So, there are roots and there's rocks and there's turns and things like that. But yeah, at Cranmore, we've really tried to make the experience a very family friendly one. And like I said, If you're completely new to the hobby, you can start off with a lesson to just get your feel on the bikes, go over those core things that you need to have, like making sure you're good with the hand brakes, practicing your stance, your turns, things like that. But then, like the experience itself, you take the lift ride up, which is a nice, easy experience. You just put your bike right on the lift, and when you get to the top, the attendants will help take off the bike for you, so it's waiting right there for you. We have 3 different trails that are for different levels of experience. And yeah, our trail workers have been working hard to get the trails nice and groomed and smoothed out and as easy a ride as possible.
Well, leave it to Cranmore, the experts in ski instruction, to take that to mountain biking as well, getting people on bikes and enjoying the downhill trails. Before we preview winter, is there anything else about summer you want to talk about?
We are just right now for operations. Like I said, we have capacity limitations for each of the time blocks that we're doing. For our mountain adventure park, that's been one of our more popular areas of operation this summer. And we have been booking out a few days in advance. Like I said, we're really keeping those numbers down to make sure that we don't have too many people at the resort at any one time. So if you're looking to do experience the mountain adventure park, we do recommend booking online in advance. Right now, I would say 4 or 5 days in advance to make sure that you get yourself a spot.
All right. I think that's key for most things around the valley. You need to plan in advance, make your reservations, and you can probably do all that starting at cranmore.com, right?
Yep, cranmore.com. In the middle tab right at the top of the website says buy online. That's going to be your portal to getting your tickets for all the things that I've mentioned so far.
All right, so lots of summer fun still at Cranmore Mtn Resort throughout the season. Let's get a little sneak peek of winter right now. I know ski areas are grappling with how they're going to open, what it's going to look like. What's the latest on your winter operations?
So for our winter operations, we are still in the phases of planning everything out. It's August, we're a few months away from last year when we had our first trails down the mountain, which I think was in November of last year. Wow. But we have our team working very hard, and we're not working alone. We're working with other mountains in the area to come up with a plan that's going to make all of our guests and season pass holders really enjoy their experience at the mountain. There's not a lot of specific details that we can give out at this time, but we are very much going to be very guest focused and like I said, season pass holder focused. And we want to make sure that for anyone who does purchase a season pass with us, that they definitely are getting their money's worth. We have implemented some policies like a 100-day guarantee for our season pass holders. And that is, if you don't reach 100 days, each day under that, it would credit 1% toward the following year's season pass. Wow. So it's our Happy Trails Assurance program is what we're doing. So there's going to be more things coming out similar to that, because we really do want to make sure that people are feeling secure in their purchase of a season pass, or if they're just, purchasing a lift ticket, want to make sure that you are able to experience the trails and experience everything that the mountain has to offer. So like I said, there's still a lot more to come for information for that, but we are devoted and we're trying our best to make sure that this next season is going to be a happy, successful one, and that the mountain is going to get is going to be a good experience. That's
right. And of course, I think planning ahead is going to be, the operative phrase as we go into winter as well. Right. And one of the better ways to do that is to have a season pass versus trying to kind of piecemeal it together with day tickets. So even more reason to get a season pass this winter. Cranmore.com, I imagine, is a great place to get started on that too.
Yeah, cranmore.com. Go over to the skiing and riding tab, and you can find information on season passes under there. But like you said, Chris, it's going to be that's one thing that we are predicting as of now. I don't really have too many details to tell, but we are looking at a system, some kind of system being in place where it's going to be very reservation, or just trying to plan your trip ahead a little bit will save you a lot of headaches.
All right. Stay up to date with Cranmore Mtn Resort on their social media, and you can stay tuned to White Mountains TV as well, because as soon as they tell us, we'll share it with you guys as well. Dylan Henry of Cranmore Mtn Resort. Anything else you want to get out there?
I think that we're just we're having a great time this summer at Cranmore. We're doing everything that we can to be COVID-19 and compliant with the state and everything. And our guests have been have had a ton of fun here this summer. We're having a great time, and we're definitely looking forward to winter as well.
I've been to Cranmore a few times this summer, and the vibe, you can feel it. People are happy. They are enjoying the rides. Whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it right, because people are really raving about Cranmore this summer. So get out and plan ahead, because they're very popular right now, but see if you can get some Cranmore time in for yourself before this summer is done and see what everybody else is raving about. Sloan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll talk to you soon. You're watching White Mountains TV.